everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing the game and showing how to play War of Civilizations. Now the object of War of Civilizations is you're going to be trying to hold what is called the Isle of Myth for 3 turns, or have the most amount of crystals if you or somebody else is not able to do that. Along the way, you're going to be collecting resources, you're going to be buying different types of ships, teleporters, you're going to be engaging in battles, all to try to get to the Isle of Myth and hold it. So let's check it out. Okay, so here's a partial look at the game board setup over here. These are all in pieces. You've got the central continent isle over here. You've got the Isle of Myth right here. You've got the Apex Islands over here. And then each player is going to have their own player continents that they're going to be building their armies on. And the object of the game is you're going to be trying to get over here to the Isle of Myth and hold it for 3 turns. Or if at the end of those 3 turns someone else takes over, then you're going to go by whoever has the most amount of crystals. Now each clan leader is going to have a bunch of information on the other side here. Right here are going to be the active actions that you'll be able to take. Right here is the upkeep cost that you'll pay, which I'll talk about here in just a little bit. This is where you're going to be keeping track of how much ocean crystals you have and all wood that you have. And anytime you spend it, you're going to go ahead and move this down. Right here just has information on how to get the magic crystal. This is the cost of the gunboats. And then on the bottom over here, you're going to have abilities. You're going to start with ability 1.0, and later on in the game, if you are able to pay a magic crystal, you'll be able to upgrade your ability like so. There are 3 different resources that you will have access to. You'll have the ocean crystals, the all wood, and then the ammunition. The ammunition is mainly going to be used in battle. These are going to be used as currency in order to purchase different things like ships. These are each of the ships along with the power that they possess. Over here is the gunboat. This is the frigate, this is the destroyer, and then this is the capital ship. Down at the bottom is going to be what is called your home base. On the home base, you're going to go ahead and place your capital ship, which is going to be the 10-pointer one here. And the home base actually has a power of 10 itself. So now if you lose the home base, you're going to lose the game. Now each of these areas are also going to have a flag with a number on them, and this is going to tell you how many ships you will be able to have in this area. Now right over here is the central continent, and it's going to be comprised of 2 different parts. Right here you have the Apex Islands. In the beginning, each of these are going to have what is called a beacon expedition token on them. And then right over here is the main island, which is going to be the Isle of Myth. Now when a capital ship first moves to this area, and I'll talk about this in more detail in the video, they're going to have to be able to purchase this, and then they will be able to go ahead and go in, and then from there they can go into the Isle of Myth over here. Now the capital ship has to be the first ship to enter into the Apex Islands and also into the Isle of Myth, but after that you'll be able to put in more ships. In the beginning, everybody's going to go ahead and place their capital ship over here in their home base, and then you're going to go ahead and place 3 gunboats on different islands that are connected. So I could go ahead and place one here, I can go ahead and place one here, and I can go ahead and also place an extra one in there as well, but let's just say I decide I'm going to go ahead and place one over here. Now on the boards, you're going to note that there are some of these areas that have a blue border on them. These are what are called undockable islands. Other ships are not going to be able to enter through here. They're only going to be able to come in through what are called the dockable islands, which are going to be the islands and the continents without the border on them. Now, anytime you have ships that are kind of in a pattern like this, you're going to have what is called a connected trail. And this is going to be important because this is going to allow you to place ships adjacent to any of the ships that are on here later in the game, but also you're going to be able to redistribute these ships that are in the connected trail, which I'll talk about. So there are a number of actions that you can do in this game. You will be able to choose 2 from this list of actions. The first action you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to collect resources. In order to collect resources, you're just going to look to see any spots where you have placed one of your gunboats. The resources are going to be right over here. So right here I have a all wood that I'll be able to collect. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up 1. Right here I have an ocean crystal, so I'll go ahead and collect that. And over here, I'll also be able to collect another all wood. Now, there are spaces such as this one, which will allow you to collect ammo cards. Here's another one that will allow me to collect ammo cards. Action 2, I will be able to buy ships. Now, right over here on the player board here, it's going to tell you how much each of these ships are going to be worth resources. So let's just say I wanted to purchase a frigate. This costs 2 ocean crystals. So all I would have to do is just move this down here, and then I can go ahead and get a frigate. I would simply take the boat, in this case the frigate, and just place it on any area that I have control. The third action I'll be able to do is purchase what are called power cards. Now when the game starts, you're going to go ahead and have the deck set up, and you're going to go ahead and lay out 4 cards. And if you decide to buy power cards, you're going to be able to purchase 2 of these cards. Now, power cards are basically action cards that you're going to be able to play during the game, mainly in battle. So for example, this one says move a fleet 2 steps in 1 action. So to buy these, you're just simply going to go ahead and look at what the cost is here in resources and pay that over here on your player board. The 4th action I will have is I can move a ship. I can just simply move a ship over here to an island that is adjacent to me. If it is not owned, I can just simply move it in there. Now you can move more than 1 ship in this way. It just can't exceed the island's capacity of ships from your side. If there happens to be a ship in there, like say there was a ship here, a battle is going to ensue, which I'll go ahead and talk about later. A 5th thing I can do is what is called Redistribute Ships. Now, as long as there is a connected trail similar to this, what I could do is I could go ahead and move a ship here and move a ship here. I could just basically redistribute them. The 6th thing I'll be able to do is purchase a teleporter and deploy them. Now, you're going to receive 2 of these teleporters whenever you decide to do that. And to get the teleporters, you're only going to have to spend 2 all wood. And then you'll go ahead and place these in any non-dockable island, either on your board or on another player's board. So I could go ahead and place 1 here. And if I had my opponent over here, I could place 1 over here. What this is going to allow me to do is on my move action turn, I will be able to go ahead and teleport from here to here. I also have a teleporter that is down here, so I could go from here to here, for example. I can also redeploy the teleporters, but to do that, I'm going to have to go ahead and pay the cost. The 7th action that you can do is you can go ahead and mount a magic crystal. Now, you'll be able to win these crystals in battle, and also from the Island of Myth. You'll also be able to get a crystal if you end up purchasing a beacon token. You're just simply going to look over to where you have a mounting symbol over here, and you're just simply going to go ahead and place the crystal here. Now, what that is going to allow you to do is that is going to allow you to convert currency, which is another action. What this simply means is if I had like some ocean crystals and I wanted to get some more of these allwoods, for example, I could do a 1-for-1 trade. So if I did like 3 to 2, I could go ahead and move this up like so, and that would give me more allwood. And I can do that for all the resources. The resource that I would like just has to simply be on the continent. You can also dismount the magic crystal and move it somewhere else, and that won't cost you anything. Another action I can do is upgrade the clan leader's ability. Right now, Xanth over here has that ability 1.0, which is gain 2 strength. If I would like to get over here to where it says gain +4 strength, so I would just simply have to go ahead and pay a crystal. I would pay it, and then I would move over here, and I would get that upgraded. So if you get to a situation where in your move, ships are moving into an area that is occupied by another player, this is going to go ahead and trigger warfare. Now, let's just say purple is the defending player. The defending player will be able to go ahead and redistribute ships that are in their line. So I could go ahead and move a ship here, and let's just say I move this ship over here as well. The first thing you're doing is just going to take the number on the ships and add them up. Each player next is going to do a blind bid on their ammo cards and also on any of the power cards that they would like to play. Let's just say that the purple player decides he's going to go ahead and bid these. The blue player goes ahead and decides to play these cards. So let's go ahead and look at the ammo cards. Both players will add up the value of their ammo cards and then add it to their score. Next, everybody's going to go ahead and look at their power cards to see what they've got. This is what purple has. Reduce opponent's ammo by 4. So then he will go ahead and remove 4 ammo from his opponent. He'll look at his other card, and this one says disable the opponent's fleet strength by 2. The blue player is going to lose 2 points over here. Looking at the blue player's power cards, the blue player has reduced opponent's ammo by 2. So this will be gone. One here says add +5 strength to your total fleet size. So that will go ahead and add 5 strength there. Here's one that says destroy any 1 ship of the opponent. So let's just say he decides he's going to go ahead and destroy this one. Now you're also going to look to see if any of your abilities has a strength on it, and this one has +2. And you'll also be able to convert currency here if you would like to, if you happen to have a magic crystal in this area. You'll compare all your points, and whoever has the most amount of points is going to win. The attacking player will win ties. In this case, purple has lost. The winner of the battle will receive 1 crystal. So what's going to happen is purple is going to go ahead and move half of his ships to his home base, and the rest are going to be taken out of the game, and the player will be able to have the opportunity to purchase it. So in order to move over here to the Apex Islands, I'm going to have to start with my capital ship, and I'll go ahead and place it here, for example. I'm going to go ahead and flip this beacon token over here, and over here this is going to tell you what it's going to cost. So this costs 1 allwood and 4 ocean crystals. So I'll go ahead and pay that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, and then I'll go ahead and be able to pick this card up. And this is going to go ahead and grant me a crystal. So then after that, I'll go ahead and move my ship here. Now, if for some reason I'm not able to purchase this, what's going to happen is each of these tokens is going to rotate 1 over, and I'm going to end up having to move back here. All right, now, if I'm able to move my ship over here into the Island of Myth, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to hold this Island of Myth for 3 turns in order to win the game. And I'll be able to move any amount of ships in here after I have claimed it with my capital ship. For every round someone is able to hold onto the Isle of Myth, they will receive 3 crystals. Now there's also going to be an upkeep cost that the player who is in control of the Isle of Myth is going to have to pay, and it'll be by fleet strength. Now you can have unlimited ships in here. For right now I have 10, so I would just simply pay 3 of the water crystals, and I would have to do that every turn that I happen to have this. So you'll have a turn marker here, so you'll have 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turns. Now if somebody else ends up taking over within my 3 turns, it's then going to go all the way over here to 5 turns, and after that, whoever has the most amount of magic crystals is going to win the game. This is one of those games that gives you a lot of choices. Ultimately, what you want to try to do is get to the Isle of Myth, but to get there, you're going to have a fleet of ships ready to defend it. You're going to also have to have the resources available to be able to buy the ships to defend it. Power cards can definitely be helpful as well. And you're also going to have to be engaged in battles with your opponent. I really like the way this game works, especially with the teleporters. The teleporters is a unique mechanism to where you can actually teleport into one of your opponent's continents. You don't have to like wait till you get all the way to the middle. You can actually start messing with them fairly quickly. And so you're really having to kind of manipulate how you're best going to be able to get to the Isle of Myth and hold it. And if you can't hold it or get there first, then you're going to try to see if you can kick out the person that actually has it to try to get those crystals. It's a unique game. It has elements of risk in there. It has a lot of strategy, but it's a good game. I would definitely recommend this to anybody who likes war games, but this is not like Access to Allies where it's super difficult, but it's also not super simple either. All right, guys, that's my review of War of Civilizations. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.